bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for?
So I came to do a little trout fishing in the Passaic River. When I got here, there was a van that was like in the woods. So I took a look at it, and it was like abandoned and smashed up. No front tire. So I thought I'd do the good thing and call it into the cops. And now I'm in a shootout or a standoff. Hey guys, Doug from Deep Buck Fishing Outdoors, and I've already had a pretty exciting morning. So I decided today I was going to go fishing the Passaic, where I caught that giant trout, and I was going to be more prepared to catch the trout there. So I pull up to the spot, and as I'm pulling up, there is what looks like a minivan in the woods, parked like down the trail. And that my first thought was, what a jerk to park their car there, because I have to park my car a certain direction, because when they're backing out, I don't want them to hit me. So I pull up facing this minivan, sitting in the car waiting for the drizzle to stop. Get out, and I'm looking at this van, and it looks like it's against a tree. Hey, so I came here to go fishing, and I find a car or a van smashed into a tree here in the woods. Still got a light on. It had to be like last night. I don't think it's going anywhere, man. It doesn't have a tire. Guess gotta call that in. So I walked up to this van to check it out, and it was mangled up. The front tire is basically gone, and the funny thing is, I don't know how the tire would be gone like that from a tree that small. So it looked like it's been, used in a demolition derby. The light was still on in the dash, which tells me that someone had been there recently. The battery's still going. So before I go fishing, I was like, hey, let me do the right thing and let me call it into the local cops. I didn't call 911, just called the precinct. He's like, hey, I just want to report an abandoned vehicle. He takes all my information, but it's funny because after I gave him the license plate, he's taking a lot of information. And I was like, okay, can I go fishing? He's like, no, I need you to wait there. Officers are en route. And again, none of this is going to be on camera because I didn't have this camera running at the time. It was all out and ready to go for me to walk down to the fishing hole. And the cops all pull up, multiple cars, and they come leaping out of their cars with assault rifles in hand, taking cover, a perimeter around this car. Eagle Scout, I got to do a good turn daily. I thought I did a nice thing by just calling it in. And the funny thing is, I walked up to that car, stuck my head, in the window, looked at it, not thinking anything. These guys are like, they're not even going within 50 feet, like it's gonna explode or something. And now I can't go fishing. And they don't really even say anything to me, so I'm kind of standing back. So here's a couple shots that I got of them right next to my car with my gear next to it. And then when more and more cops start pulling up, I realized that I'm standing here. Not only am I standing here in the line of fire, but I don't want cops to be pulling up expecting some kind of assault, and then them spotting me in the peripheral and confusing me with somebody else. So I knew that I had to move from that area. So I got on the other side of the train tracks. Dude, they kicked me out. They got all AR-15s and shit. It's a standoff. That car was involved in some kind of armed robbery, carjacking, and we got cops with assault rifles all over, making a perimeter around my car, around my fishing gear, and I'm stuck here waiting for them to resolve it. And more cops pulled up, and more cops pulled up, cops from other towns. it took about an hour and a half. Finally, they let me get to my car. You know, they're showing up with the bulletproof shields. They're ready to assault this vehicle that I had walked up to, you know, and peered in with not, you know, a second thought. What I've gathered, and I don't have all the information, but what I've kind of heard from them, from different cops, is that that car was involved in an armed carjacking. I don't know if that car was the car that was carjacked, or it was a getaway vehicle or what. But when they finally approached the car and opened it up, they found a note in the car. Makes me think it was kidnapping. They're basically combing the woods over there, so I had to move. I can't fish there. So there was my morning. I found potential kidnapper's getaway vehicle, or whatever it was. So they finally let me go. They got all my information, and basically that spot will not be fished today. They're really combing the woods for these people. So I had to make a move and drive like 45 minutes north. You know, it's like 10 o'clock, man. The fishing day's morning shot. But, you know, no bullets were fired while I was there, which I guess is good. And now let's try to catch some trout. And I didn't have my YouTube camera rolling. It was literally sitting there next to the one cop that was using a tree next to my car's cover. So I had to come up here to the Fancy Fish River because I have all my stuff ready for trout fishing. I didn't want to waste the day. So we're gonna see if we can salvage something, and if I can get one trout, you know, I can call it a success. Luckily, there's no shots fired while I was there, I guess. It would have made a great video if I had the camera running. But, you know, I didn't want to leave the camera running. I felt that, like, it would upset the police. You know, I don't want them, you know, I don't want to offend them, you know, insult them, but, you know, I also don't want them to view me as, you know, an antagonist. So I just let them do their thing. They have my information. If they reach out to me to get more information, great. But let's go catch some trout. And we got a bass, so there we go, we got a bass. Okay, in this river, it's super low. I see no trout, but I did get a bass. So the day has been salvaged. Yay! So I guess that's why you don't keep night crawlers in your trunk in the summer. They're f***ing melted, man. Man, this day is just not working. Gross. They're like melted.